are again, out running around. And once again, it's a little too hot to be out there in the bush, but we're following up some leads on a hypothesis that Mr. Jeff has come up with. The other day we were out scouting around and we were walking along the creek bank, a little river bank, and we were picking up muzzle shells, and I think we commented on them. And those muzzle shells kind of got the gears to grinding with Mr. Hatfield. I don't know, I kind of casually dwelt on it, but he was doing some serious thinking on the matter. And then I believe that Michael Blankenship, forgive me if I butchered that, he posted a video for us to watch about a squatch that was eating those muzzle shells, or cleaning those muzzles up around, I guess it would be a little bit east and a little bit north of Wichita. And it was I think it was a BFRO case file. So Jeff's been doing a little bit of research on muzzles and where they're located at within Oklahoma. And we did find one place where muzzles are only in one area, one small concentrated area in northwest Oklahoma. And so we decided that since we didn't have anything to do, we're going to go out here and we're going to look around and we're going to see what we can come up with. The area does align with some of Ryan White's theories on the pathways, the travel routes from, like Colorado to southeastern Oklahoma. I believe it would be a good one of his rest stops, because if there are muzzles down there and they do eat a lot of those, it's possible that this could be a popular rest stop for them. I don't know. Like I said, we're just looking. We're just looking around, hypothesizing and following up on them. Yeah, we actually follow up on our hypotheses. So anyway, that's what we're doing. So when we get there, we'll get back with you. All right? All right, as you can see, we are approaching the area. It is comprised of a big valley with open areas surrounding it. But down in the valley, as you can see, there is a substantial amount of cover. You can also see my little Star Wars guy. I bet none of you guys have one of those. But, like I said, you can see that there is enough cover for them to possibly even spend a couple of weeks here. I don't know about permanent habitation, but we're going to go snoop around. There's all kinds of these little trails that go off here to the, I guess you would call it a creek. People come down here to fish. We got turtles. Do they eat turtles? That's a good question. I'm sure we'll probably find nothing but a bunch of human tracks down here. And red ants. I'm gonna bust my butt in these Crocs. I should have worn my keys. Let's go look for tracks. You can tell humans have been here. Damn shame, too. It's obviously a
You can tell people have been moving up and down here. And you can tell the water's moving. Has potential. Definitely has potential. Well, Mr. Hetfield has found signs of muzzles. Apparently they are here. There's smaller ones in amongst all the human trash. Yay. Yay, humans. Oh yeah, and a diaper. Nothing says I have class like leaving your kid's shitty diaper. Oh, did I say that on YouTube? Yeah, I did. Sorry if that offends you. But if it offends you, yeah, you're probably part of the problem. So, ooh. Butterflies are cool. Anyway, so there is a definite muzzle presence. I would say that there's not nearly as much as there was at the prior river site that we was at. They were everywhere there, but they're here. Food source that you really don't hear anybody talking about is sand plums. Sand plums are highly edible by humans. Therefore, I assume, keyword being assume, that they're good for the big men. And this area is loaded with sand plums. Back when I used to run service in this area, I used to keep a 5-gallon bucket in my service truck, and I would stop sometimes on the side of the road and just pick them. If you can get to them before the bugs do, you're golden. So, food sources, check. So here we are in northwestern Oklahoma, where it's just not wooded enough to sustain Sasquatch population, which I don't know, that could have been like the park rangers or something doing that. But back to my point. What do you guys think? Do you think there's enough cover here for a big man to conceal himself, maybe his family? I'm just saying, just making a point. I mean, we've got white-tailed deer here, tons of fish, we've got turkey. We found cattails here. We know they do uproot cattails and eat the roots. There's the muzzles. We found there's tons of sand plums out here, and everybody knows that they do fancy their berries and sort. And where I'm going with this is there's food here, there's cover here. You know, it's just people don't think that there could possibly even remotely be any activity out here, because northwest Oklahoma is nothing but the Great American Desert. Isn't that what they called it when there was? Yeah. I don't know. I beg to differ. Well, we're wrapping up. We are headed back to Enid. We drove around the area.
did a little bit of research, got out a couple of times, walked some trails. We looked around. Of course, no smoking gun video footage of a Squatch. But in reality, what did we find out? Well, we drove out here because of the muzzle. They're there. I mean, we did find out that there are muzzles in that creek. That's a food source. We have found, of course, there's deer, turkey, all that. Those are other food sources. Of course, there's tons of fish there. It's a creek. The creek is flowing out of a lake. And of course, that lake is fed by several large creeks on the other end of it. So there's travel routes there coming and going. To back up our rest stop area, like Ryan White said, there are trains that come through this area, train routes. So could be. There's also, of course, the oh my gosh, I'm having a moment. The sand plums. I couldn't think of what you call them. Sand plums were out there. Now, granted, the sand plums are a really seasonal item, of course. Anybody that knows anything about sand plums knows that. They really only bloom like this time during the summer. I did notice that there was a lot of sand plum bushes out there, and there was very few sand plums growing on them. I don't know whether, maybe they were being picked clean. I don't know if it was by the local humans or by something else. A lot of times in the past, I have seen, bushes that had been attacked by, bugs and whatnot, and they're all ate up and, tore into. But in reality, they're still hanging there. The remnants are still there. It looked like those bushes were picked clean. That one sand plum was the only one that I actually saw. So anyway, could there be out here? Yes, there could be. Is there cover? Yes, we've ascertained that. So in reality, what do we got here? We got potential. There is potential. And it is in a direct path from southeastern Oklahoma to what would be southeastern Colorado. So could be. Never know. But anyway, that concludes our little short mini expedition research, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna head home before it gets too hot. Maybe go get us something to eat. Catch you later.
And remember, squatchers won't find themselves.
That's true. They're not gonna find themselves. They already know where they're at.